How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dyson Sphere Program. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, do smash the like button. If you haven't already, consider subscribing as it helps out. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, leave those down below. And with that, let's get to today's episode. So, in today's episode, we're going to really continue expanding the oil field, but also fixing a couple of the supply chain issues that I've been noticing. One of the main ones is it looks like we finally ran out of stone. At least from where we've been getting it, so we're going to have to tap into some more stone in a couple places. And we're also going to have to just focus on really just making sure that everything's throughputting correctly, that we calculated some things correctly, and I also misplaced where we put a bunch of oil refineries. I have no idea where I put them, so I'm pretty sure I made enough, but maybe not. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm thinking I made something else, but I'm pretty sure I made enough oil refineries. If I did place them somewhere and you guys know where, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go back and watch all the footage and try to figure it out. Or just run around the map for an hour and try to figure it out. I tried figuring it out during the episode, but I couldn't. I didn't want to spend too much time just running around. I mean, I suppose I do a lot of running around, but it's productive running around, as running usually is. Anyway. It's kind of getting off topic a little bit. At the time of recording this is finals week for me, and of course, when this airs, it will also be finals week, so it will be the next day. I'm sure some of you, especially those of you who are in college, also probably are taking their finals either this week or had them last week, and I think I want to say I know one school that's doing them next week. But genuinely speaking, it's pretty much midterms finals time. So good luck to everybody who's taking them, and hope anybody who's finished them, hopefully you're done stressing, at least over that, for a couple weeks until the spring semester, right? And then we get to start everything all over again. But I don't know, I think this semester went fairly well. I had 3 exams this semester. Because one class was a project, one class actually, I guess 2 classes. The 2 classes I didn't have a final in were also just projects. One of them was a really easy Python project, and then the other class was a little bit more advanced. We had to do a full presentation on just the development of a software we made, which it was interesting. And then we just had to make a report. I think overall, though, those classes I thought were both the most interesting, but I also think the most valuable. I don't know, I'm more of a practical person, and I don't see a whole lot of use out of theoretical classes. Not to say there isn't a use in them, I just don't see as much of a use in them, at least for what I want to do, and more or less for me. Not to say, again, not to say that the theoretical side of a lot of sciences isn't important. It is. It's what eventually leads to the practical purposes, but I'm not the theoretical type of person who likes to toil away at the unobtainable for a while. Or I guess even the obtainable, just I don't like doing all the theoretical like equations and coming up with things that are arbitrary and have no actual implications, at least immediately. Because the 3 classes that I do have finals in, one of them is in operating systems, which I really enjoyed, but I don't think the professor went as deep as he could have gone into the topics. Not to say he wasn't a good professor. I think he was an excellent professor, and I think his notes and his presentations were really good. I just don't think he went as deep into the topic as he would have liked to. I don't know if that was just a time constraint due to only being one semester, or if it just wasn't his like area of expertise slash like favorite topic to teach. So it could have just been that as well. So even though everything was fairly well organized and presented, it wasn't what he gets up for in the morning, so he just didn't have that level of enthusiasm, I guess, as some of my other professors have in the topics they teach. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of professors are like that. They probably have to teach a specific topic because they have experience in it, but due to one reason or another, it might not be their favorite, so they just don't teach it super great. But who knows? Honestly, it was still a fun class nonetheless. I think I learned a lot. And then the other two classes I had, one was a really just a theory, like heavy computer science theory class. It was primarily around like formal languages and things. It's useful. However, I don't see a direct use for it in terms of like a daily programmer's life essentially. So although it has its theoretical implications and its theoretical use, I don't think I would ever just naturally think of it as I'm sitting down and doing something. So, you know, there's pretty much just that. And then lastly, the last class was focused primarily on modern programming languages. And I say modern, but it really was just all over programming languages. It was a nice experience to try out different languages that I probably wouldn't normally try out. There were a couple that I would say I probably would experiment with in the future, like Go, or maybe even Haskell was one we did. But there were a couple other projects that were in languages I just don't think I'll ever use at the end of the day. I can't think of one of them right now. Actually, I can't think of the other two we used, come to think of it, but again, really good classes. They have their uses. I just don't think I'm going to benefit from them a whole lot, and I also don't think most people will benefit from them as in terms of a daily thing. Other than that, I am excited though for next semester because I'm going to have Fridays off, which will basically give me a 3-day weekend next semester, which will be really good for just putting things together. I think it's going to make... Definitely I'll be able to get all the videos out. Three videos out every week for sure, and possibly even 4 would really be the goal. Five is like the creme de la creme and amazingness. I would eventually want to also start getting into shorts, because that does seem to be a good way to expand the audience. However, I'm not sure the approach to that. I don't know if we'll do it more as like a teaser for episodes, or the format I'll do. If any of you guys have any ideas for it, definitely leave comments down below on that, because any help would be great. And then in terms of channel news, we're probably going to be starting the new update for Dyson soon. If you guys didn't see the community post I did yesterday, I'm probably going to try to post 2 episodes of Dyson next week. Still 2 episodes of RimWorld, because RimWorld recording is just a really easy series to record, because it's just raw footage 100% in one take. So it's just a series that's really easy to record. And because of that, we're going to go ahead and post two episodes of that and 2 episodes of this next week. So next week will for sure be 4. Plus, I'm going to be on break, so it's going to be really easy to do that. There might even be a 5th episode of something. I'll probably try to get Minecraft in, but Minecraft right now has just been a slog fest, because I need to sit down and do a lot of the Thumbcraft research, which is just taking forever to do, partially because I have to wait around for aspects. But I'm going to try to dedicate like a day or 2 just to doing that, because again, I'm going to be out of school and on holiday break, so I'll be able to kind of dedicate that. Some of the other things I've been looking at also are what other series we're going to be starting. I'm thinking once Minecraft is probably going to get replaced with another Minecraft series, because the goal right now in kind of my friend group is, once one of our friends gets back from one of their trips, he's gonna hopefully finish up. We're gonna finish up Fallout 76, because we've been playing that. We just want to finish it, and then kind of after that, we're gonna hopefully they have a couple games they're playing all together. So we're gonna try to, they're gonna try to finish those up, and then I think all together as a group we're gonna start FTB Infinity Evolved. So it's the same pack we've been playing, but it's going to be the basic version, so it's not going to be the expert mode, which is what we've been playing on the channel. So we're going to do a multiplayer series of that, because they've never really played modded Minecraft, at least not super extensively. They've played a little bit here and there, but they've never really like, okay, we're going to sit down and play modded Minecraft. So they're very new to pretty much all the mods. I mean, I wouldn't call myself an expert by any means, as very apparent, but I am definitely more experienced than they are in a lot of the things. So of course we're going to try to do those. In terms of so pretty much going forward, Dyson will probably replace Dyson, but it's going to be more of a micro series because it's not going to be as in-depth as this one, although I'm not going to say that this one was a super detailed in-depth series. We're mainly just going to be focusing on the main updates, so we're going to skip over things that are not in, or not really in the new update. So if it's things that we've seen before, such as just like expanding the factory that isn't in a way that's important for the series, then those types of things would get cut out and it's kind of skipped over. So it's going to be more of a micro series. We're just going to focus on the new update. Minecraft is going to replace Minecraft. That will probably be a full series. And then once RimWorld finishes, I'm not really sure what RimWorld would get replaced by. I don't know if we're going to do, maybe we'll play Banished or something, or just another like city builder. I really liked Banished. However, I do wish it was a bit more extensive. It's the type of city builder that I just really enjoyed. I was hoping that City Skylines 2 was going to get a better launch. It seems that the content's there, however, it's just poorly optimized right now, and it's kind of not in a super great state. So I think we're going to hold off on that. But yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions for what we should play after we play RimWorld, or if you just want to see more RimWorld, whether it's a modded version or perhaps a different style of RimWorld, and I say style, but more of just perhaps a different like idea for how we should play, right? So maybe we should play as like the Roman Empire and role play a little bit, or maybe we should play I don't know, Robot World or Vampire, I don't know. Again, if you have a really neat idea, we can of course try that as well. There probably will be a couple more Let's Tries coming soon, because there are a couple of games, because when I get on break, I usually get the fix for just random games that I play every now and again. So there'll probably be a couple new Let's Tries coming out soon, as well as I want to play possibly another Factorio playthrough, because for anybody who's been following Factorio for as long as I have, they have started Friday Facts up again, which is their little dev post that they post every single week on Friday, just highlighting kind of what they've worked on over the last week, slash kind of just more stuff to reveal and just kind of talk about. And I'm really excited about the direction they're going, because a while ago, like I think a year and a half now, maybe even 2 years, they announced kind of an upcoming DLC slash just update, and one of the big things is they're going to be adding more planets. And what's kind of funny is the space exploration mod is made by one of the developers, so a lot of that mod is kind of coming over and into the main game. So it's interesting to see what's getting ported over and what isn't, but also just the overall kind of playthrough. I never played that mod. However, I have heard very good things both about it as well as just from what we've seen. I think it's going to double or even triple the content of Factorio, so I'm excited for that, and I think a lot of you guys will be interested in that type of update as well. I think next year for games as well as just updates is going to be really good. So I'm really excited for just a lot of those sorts of things. As for what we're doing in Dyson, in case anybody's not been able to keep track, some of the things I'm looking at is, so I looked around, I ran around, tried to see if we could find any more oil refineries, and I'm just trying to find where we have backlogs of anything. So one of the primary issues is we're not building any more structure on the Dyson Sphere, primarily because we don't have the deuterium fuel rods effectively for the rockets. And part of that is due to we don't have sulfuric acid, and part of the reason we don't have any of that is because we don't have stone, and so there's just kind of a collapse of we don't have a lot of things right now. That's definitely a more generalized version than what's actually going on, but essentially we need stone, and we just need to kind of scale up production on several areas. So really at the end of the day, we just need to focus on those two things. And then well, like one of the things, so this is more or less where I figured where we were kind of backlogging. I was like, okay, well, why is the oil backlogged? Well, the main consumer of it's sulfuric acid. And I was like, oh, well, it's not going in. Why isn't it going in? And then I realized, oh, we're out of stone. And then that one line, just for whatever reason, wasn't being plugged in, so nothing super crazy. So really we just have to go get more stone. Now, we are probably at some point going to have to go get more stone from the other solar systems. So, you know, well, I guess we're going to have to go to the other solar system and get that. So aside from the semester, channel plans, and I don't think, is there anything else? Not that I could think of. If there's anything you guys can think of that I've missed or glossed over, definitely let me know down below, and I'll try to cover it either in the next episode or in the comment section below if it's something simple. But if it's something that needs a longer explanation or just is a better explanation in kind of this type of format, then of course we can go over that. I will say this game does look really good from a lot of kind of early access games that are like this, in my opinion. So I am glad that I got this game when it came out. So a couple of things we're also going to have to focus on is scaling up the power on this planet, because it is not going to be able to sustain the all of the advanced miners. I will say I prefer having these because, number one, they're faster, and you're just going to get more ore, but it's also just more compact. I don't have to worry about trying to place and connect up 40 different little mines. I can just do this and then call it good. So pretty glad about that. Alright, well, we are going to have to craft several things, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to finish placing these, and then I think we're going to call it here for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Consider subscribing, that helps out the channel. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, leave those down below. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys, have a good one. Peace out.